Good evening and welcome to the November 9, 2017 Budget and Finance Committee meeting. This is an organizational meeting and our first responsibility is to elect a chairman. And could I have nominations, please?
I'd like to nominate Marshall Bullock.
Second.
Second. Any other nominations?
I make a motion that they cease.
Second.
Second.
All in favor? Okay, thank you very much. Next is the nomination of a vice chairman. Nominations, please. Bob Goslin.
Second.
I will accept.
Any other nominations? Nominations will cease. Barry, thank you. You made that motion, right?
Yeah, right.
All in favor? Okay, thank you. The next item I have on the agenda is the approval of the minutes of April 18th, 1917. However, I have not read those minutes. Has anybody else?
No.
I did at the time.
Then you would abstain because you
Yes.
weren't there, but I am going to pass on this item for that reason. Nobody's read them, okay? For the next meeting, I will get those out to you and we'll vote on them along with this meeting, okay?
Okay.
New business. The review and comment on the FY 2016-17 reports. I will comment on those by saying that they are not ready yet. The auditing has sent them back to the town treasurer, and she has a few adjustments to be made, and she is assuming that they will be ready for our review by the end of this month, okay? I have no reason, unless anybody wants to call a meeting specifically to review those notes. I'll send them out when I have them, and we'll catch them on the next go-around. Obviously, we will communicate by emails if you have any questions on those documents, okay? The next item is to review and comment on the September 30th first quarter reports, okay? And I received a couple of comments through email. I think I answered those correctly. Are there any other comments that people want to make on those reports? Yes, Dana?
Can I get those reports?
Yep.
On
I want to
Sep-
talk, I'd like to talk to you after the meeting to get
Okay.
into some procedures and get into that. If we could do that, how to contact you and so forth,
All
okay?
right. I'd rather do it in a public meeting, though. It's just,
How would you like to receive these documents?
email, mail?
Are you receiving my emails?
No.
Would you like to publicly announce your email address?
No.
Okay, we'll do it after the meeting. Okay. I have a couple comments on formatting on those reports. One is on the income statements, they are carrying negative numbers, which to me dilutes the bottom line figure for income for reporting purposes. Did anybody else notice that at all? You see those, Debbie, on that report?
Yeah.
Okay. I think it would dilute those numbers. I think that would be a change that we would run and recommend to the treasurer. And those would be, that's one of my comments. Does anybody else have any other comments on those reports? Brian, you've always got something to say. Come on.
No, I think sorry, I have a Tootsie Roll in my mouth. I knew that.
We knew that was going to happen.
I think there was some formatting changes that I think they finally got to a place now, which is much better. There
Okay.
was some
Yep.
things that were missing, but I'm feeling much better about it.
The reason these reports have changed, as we all know, is we changed to a TRIO accounting system. And the report generators that are available need to be massaged so that we can get the numbers the way we want them. And I think we're going down that road correctly, so. Okay. Budget and Finance Committee member comment. Anybody want to make any comments on the processes that we go through, the timings that we go through, any changes that we want to recommend?
Maybe,
Sure. Yep.
Just the questions about, so we with the open position, there's 8 of us on the.
Right.
And will that position be filled?
I cannot say that right now.
Okay.
The write-in process has been rewritten and will be presented to the selectmen on the 14th.
Okay.
Okay. Where that goes from there, I think that would open a door to either take applications and make an appointment, which is how I got on this committee,
Mm-hmm.
or select another method. Okay. But I think I'd like to defer a firm answer until after the 14th selectmen meeting.
The reason I was asking was, I meant to do this beforehand, and,
Yep.
Was the question about, majorities and.
5
what
to
we need-
carry.
The 5 to carry. So with 8, then it makes it just a little bit tougher to make sure. I mean, I guess what I would say is plead with all of us, including myself, to make sure that we're here for the meeting,
Right.
so that we have that
Right.
that number of people.
Yep.
Unless we want to, I believe we could change it now if we wanted to make it anything different than.
That's
5
an
to carry.
ordinance issue, and I have to change the ordinance
Okay,
to do that.
okay.
Okay?
So
Which
I
we,
just-
we will consider that as time goes by.
If we can
We've-
just make
Yep.
sure we're all here,
Yep.
because if we only have, 5 of us, then it's like
Yep.
unanimous. Or if we have 4, then we can't carry anything,
Yes,
so.
to clear the record, 4-4 ties fail. Okay? So if you 4 vote no and us 4 vote yes, the motion fails. Okay, so
So you'll be voting on all motions?
usually yes, I'll have
Okay.
to, if it comes down to it, I will. If it's
okay.
the 9 members here, I usually don't vote.
Last year, we talked about refining the ordinance to include vice chair for this committee.
Yes, and we also talked about eliminating the superintendent of schools as an ex parte or an ex officio
Mhm.
to that.
Right.
And it needs to be cleaned up for gender language, things like that. So,
Okay.
okay. Okay. I have I'm sorry, Bob.
Just about the process, I liked splitting up to 2 workshop type nights with different different town departments.
Yep.
So it kind of spread it out, eliminates the marathons, and
Right.
and of course, we'd be allowed to send questions for these department heads directly through you.
Please, through me, so that I get everybody on the same page and my answers go from them to me out that way. So, like an hourglass.
Mhm.
Okay?
Sure.
Anything else? I am one that does not like a whole bunch of emails. So I'm gonna ask you if you people still would like to receive the GP-COG newsletters.
I would.
What's it called
actually,
now?
but I can probably get it from them directly, or I can get it from Don or whomever.
GP-COG, in their infinite wisdom, has decided to eliminate Gray and Raymond for some, I don't know why, but it's Portland, Falmouth, Cumberland, all that stuff, so. To me,
So-
it has no importance to
We're
Raymond.
no longer members then?
I forget whether we dropped that or MMA. I think that we dropped MMA
Yeah, I
and
thought
stayed
we were
with
MMA.
GP
I thought we
COG.
were in MMA.
So anyway, I forget which one that is.
We're not
We're
in
not in
MMA.
As I recall it, they dropped MMA and stayed with
And stay with
Okay, so we're in
GP.
GP-COG, we get their newsletters. To me, they're concentrating all their efforts in the areas of food and transportation along the coastline. I'd be happy to send it out, I just don't want you to feel you're getting buried with emails from me. Go.
Well, I'm all set.
Why don't you pass on
I'm
sending
either-
it out then, and
Yeah,
I'll find
okay,
another way
I'm
if
gonna
I'm
do that.
interested.
The other one is Don Willard kindly sends me the MWAC monthly report. That goes right into my other file. Does anybody read that? Anybody interested in how much trash goes through MWAC? Okay. Cut it out.
Well, I'd like to know,
Yes, sir.
Mr. Chairman, I was on I represented the town at MWAC, so.
Right.
I'd like to get those reports. Just, to see the numbers,
Okay.
please.
We'll make arrangements to get you those.
Right.
Sir, ma'am.
If there's anything that we some of these reports anyway. Can't we just go to the town hall and ask them for a copy of it?
They're on the internet. You can go to the MWAC website and get the internet, get it right there. You can go to the GPCOG website
And
and
just get it right, okay.
Is it on the town website?
The MWAC report? No.
Link to it? No.
It could be a link to MWAC, but it's not there. I suppose we could do that.
Yeah, we can have Sue put a link on there if you guys wanna do that, and just attach it, yeah.
Okay, here's the meat of tonight's meeting. Next Tuesday night, the selectmen will be presented with the dates for budget reviews for next year. So if you have your calendars, I'll give you the dates.
Wait a minute. How do I do this?
If you remember, in years past, we used to meet in mid-December for the reasons we're meeting now. I've tried to move that off December for the holiday reasons and stuff like that. So
Thank you.
our first meeting will be joint review 1, and it will be set for February 27th in this building,
6 o'clock?
6 o'clock. The
That was-
intention is to have the budget packages in our possession by the 13th,
Yeah,
which I will
27th.
get them out to you 2 weeks ahead of time.
13th of February, so probably until the 20th.
So the packages will be ready on the 13th. I'll get them out to you. The first meeting will be the 27th of February. The second review,
You're
departmental
gonna be sending
review.
this out, right? I'm just verifying that those dates
I'll be
are
sending out
available.
once the selectmen approve it, yes.
Okay.
Okay. March 13th. Part of the reason for me to bring it up to see if there's a big conflict here.
Yep, yep.
Okay. So February 27th, March 13th. The joint workshop between us and the select board will be on March 27th. The selectmen will meet on April 11th to approve the warrants. And our meeting to approve the warrants will be set for April 17th.
Sorry, when was the select board one? Apologize.
Tax
April
day.
11,
11, and then we're gonna be on,
17.
Tax day.
And then June 12th is the town meeting this year.
And then June what?
June 12th is the town meeting. This is a tentative schedule. Does anybody have any serious conflicts with this?
March,
I don't see any.
I'll be in Florida.
When
Okay.
was town meeting?
It's
June 12th.
June 12th.
Okay, the selectmen will approve this on next Tuesday, and I'll get it out to you.
Having those dates ahead of time is very.
Yep. Okay, that's all I have. Is there any public comment? Seeing no public, there'll be none.
I just asked Sue to, Dawn to put it on the town page for you guys to get links to.
Okay, that's fine. We can do that. Dana, if you'd stay with me for a couple minutes, we can go over some
Marshall,
procedural details.
sorry,
Yes.
sorry to do a quick Columbo here. I'm wondering, would it be worthwhile to have a meeting in January? Because I love meetings.
I know, and yeah. Yeah.
For one purpose, which is for us to all really get up to speed on where we are year to date. So you're gonna be through 6 months of, and I know we could do that individually, but I'm wondering if we could kind of collectively get our questions together to get to the two, for the two reviews. And I think there's a value in doing it collectively where we can kind of just discuss it and really look at it together, because there's a
I'm
wisdom
open
that
to,
comes.
I'm open to that.
Just a thought.
The timing would be in January, we would have available this first 6 months of this year to review.
Yeah, I just think that would be,
Good snapshot.
would put us in a good place for being able to really kind of be ready for the two joints. And maybe we limit it to an hour and a half or something like that, so we don't run
Just
all
like a
night.
review.
Okay? Everybody in the pool?
Okay.
I'll set a date. It'll be second or third week of January, probably the third week,
Okay.
if that's
Great.
okay.
Thanks, everybody. I think
You're
that
welcome.
could be helpful.
Okay. Anything else?
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
All in favor?
And thank